Guys, oh my god. TLC literally took a cat out of the bag. Randy Orton set the Fiend on fire. What a show we had tonight. And I'm going to be honest, guys, Raymaster Fletcher, this is probably one of the best pay-per-views that WWE has done all year. I mean, top to bottom. We've had a lot of decent pay-per-views here and there. Some really good funny moments within some of the pay-per-views they've done within the times we're dealing with right now. But this was probably one of the better pay-per-views that I've seen this whole year, where every single match delivered. My freaking god, Randy Orton and the Fiends Firefly Inferno match lived up to the hype, lived up to the build up. I didn't know what to expect. When they first got in the match, I didn't see any fire. Out of nowhere, the Fiend just takes out a bunch of fire, and the match just went crazy from there. And Randy Orton set the whole back of the Fiend on fire. And then from there, he got another match and lighted the Fiend all the way on fire. It's really interesting that this happened, because you keep in mind that Randy Orton, you look at the track record of all the characters Bray Wyatt has used. He's one of the main reasons why he's constantly been changing his character so much, because of what Randy Orton has done to him. When he was Husky Harris, it was Randy Orton that put him on the shelf. When he changed himself to Bray Wyatt, which was the longest character he used, and he's still doing now, but now he's doing like a Roy Rogers version of Bray Wyatt, or as I like to call it, a Blues Clues version. But when he changed himself to Bray Wyatt, the original, the follow the Buzzers Bray Wyatt, he burns down his sister Abigail playhouse, which is what they showed when they were doing a little tape of this match, of this feud. And then he comes back as the Fiend, which is something he had been talking about for quite a few years. But he comes back as that, switching back and forth between the funny, happy, still psychotic Firefly Funhouse Bray to the Fiend Bray, and now he has burned the Fiend. So it starts to make me wonder if he's still going to use the Fiend character, if he's going to come up with a whole nother character at this point. Because as we've seen, Randy Orton has been one of the key reasons why we've constantly seen Bray come back with these different characters. I mean, and he's constantly found his weakness. I mean, he found his weakness when he was just the regular Bray Wyatt with the Eater of Worlds version of himself. He found his weakness then, because when he burned Sister Abigail, he couldn't take it. Then he found this weakness as the Fiend, which is Alexa, which of course we didn't see because she's on vacation. But then he burns him tonight in a heck of a match that was literally the fire that you would expect. But every match tonight, every single match, I really thought this match was going to suffer because of the match prior to it, because Randy Orton, because this match was an amazing match, but the match before this, with Roman Reigns and Kevin Owens, was just fantastic storytelling between that. Roman Reigns has been killing it since he's been a heel, and Kevin Owens really lived up to that fight Owens fight character in that match, in that ladder match. That TLC match they had against each other, Kevin really lived up to the fight Owens fight, because everything that Roman put on him, from the spear through the table to the power bombs through the table to constantly going through tables, Samoan drop to a table, every time that Jay got involved. I mean, he fought to the end, from power bombing Roman to a table, from Roman missing a spear when he hit the barricade, which he nearly almost grabbed the title, but Jay got involved, to with the way he started off the match, immediately attacking Roman before the bell even rung, before his music even hit. As soon as Roman got involved, he beat the heck out of Roman, hit him with 2 cannonballs, hit him with a frog splash from outside of the ring, stomped on Jay's foot. Jay had to get taken out. Then Jay came back in the match. I mean, this is the Kevin that I think people have been wanting to see for quite some time. The thing is, Kevin did a fantastic job when he was a heel. But this match proves that Kevin can do just as great as a babyface, as a strong babyface. This match proved it. I mean, because Kevin, he masterminded, he played that heel character perfect when he first burst on the scene in NXT, and when he first came to the main roster and made his mark by attacking John Cena. But this match, in my opinion, here, this really set his sights as an even bigger babyface than he's already been this year. This is probably Kevin's second best performance, in my opinion, since I think it was some handicap match or something he was in early this year with the AOP, where he got a standing ovation after that match. And of course, I think his match with Seth Rollins at WrestleMania this year, WrestleMania 36. I thought that match was also an amazing match between the two, and if it had a crowd, it would have been even bigger. But Kevin has just been pushing it and pushing it and pushing it, and that's why I thought for a second that the Randy and the Fiend match was going to suffer because of just how good that match was. But no, every match delivered. I could only imagine how the crowd would have been had they been there. Every single match delivered. They did their thing tonight, and I gotta give it to them. This is the way you end off this year. My God, I mean, the Fiend literally goes on fire. Roman Reigns and Kevin Owens killed it in their match for the Universal title. They actually started off the night with Drew McIntyre versus AJ Styles. Amazing match right there. The Miz failed his cash in just as I expected him to do. He thought he could get involved, but then Almas came out, got up into the ring, and tossed him through the table. I mean, and it was so many parts in that match where I nearly thought he was going to grab the title, or AJ was going to grab the title. I mean, but it was just a lot of amazing parts. You had the part where AJ actually locked the cab crusher on Drew McIntyre's leg through the ladder, and he locked his leg through the chair. You had a part in the match where Drew actually this was amazing. AJ tried to go for a number forearm, but then Drew countered with a belly to belly to the ladder. My God. And there was another part in the match where AJ was going for Drew, and Drew, I think he tossed a chair on his face. I mean, the opening match of the night that I didn't even think was actually going to open up the show, but just the opening match was just incredible between these two guys. So many different amazing counters and reversals. And like I said, the Miz got involved, failed to cash in. Morrison tried to hit Almas with a chair. The chair breaks. He starts chasing Morrison away. Drew ends up grabbing the belt and retaining after claymoring. I think he claymored the Miz, and that was eventually how he got the belt. Or he claymored AJ, and at one point he hit AJ with a beautiful future shot DDT that was almost near where the ladder was. So just to start off the show, it was an amazing opener. Then from there you go to Carmella and Sasha Banks, which was another great match for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Absolutely incredible match. Amazing, a lot of counters in this match. A beautiful code of silence that Carmella put Sasha in. Sasha hit the Three Amigos on Carmella. Carmella kicks out of the frog splash. A lot of meteors that Sasha hit on Carmella. Carmella had a lot of Carmella's really added a lot to her arsenal with this new gimmick. She's really taking it to a whole new level. But I was glad that Sasha retained because I didn't want to see Sasha losing the belt so soon. But all it took was for her to get those two super kicks in. For Sasha to kick out of them, for her to get frustrated. Then she got caught in a bank statement again. Then she tapped out. Awesome match between them two. I mean, I can't say not a single match this night was bad. Even with the Hurt Business and the match with the New Day, another amazing match. Cedric stole the pin from Shelton, and he hit Kobe with the he hit Kobe to get the victory for them to win the belts. But even that match was amazing back and forth. And from the opener, the New Day came out as the aggressors with the super kick that Kobe gave to Cedric. They really spent a lot of time attacking Cedric in this match. They knew how crazy Cedric has been lately on the team, really just trying to take things for himself. So that was an amazing match between those two. You knew eventually the Hurt Business was going to take the belts from them, and they did. And you saw Bobby coming out, congratulating them. And now you got new Raw Tag Team Champions. Excellent match between them two. You now have a Grand Slam champion in Charlotte coming out, teaming up with Asuka. Those two ended up winning women tag team belts uh, Shayna and Nia, and they looked really good as a team. Even though I know it won't probably last long, I'm pretty sure she'll probably go after Oscar Raw Women's Championship. But we'll enjoy it while it happens. Now that she's, you know, I guess you can call Oscar two Oscar. I don't know, Oscar something, two belt Oscar or something like that. And I saw some of the comments of, some of the names for them as a team, and I think they were some pretty decent names. So just overall, just an amazing show. My God, every single match from start to finish, like I said, from the New Day to the Hurt Business, amazing back and forth stuff there. Beautiful brain buster that at one point, Cedric hit. I think it was on Kobe or Xavier hit the brain buster on. Just so many different things that took place in this match. He hit the lumbar check on Kobe to get the victory, but it was just so many different things that happened in the match. You also saw Shelton do something we haven't seen him do in quite a while, quite a few years, which is actually go up the top turnbuckle, and it almost looked like he went for a belly to belly or something like that. And we haven't really seen Shelton Benjamin do that in quite a while, but like I said, awesome back and forth match there. Awesome back and forth match for the Raw Women's Championship. For the SmackDown Women's Championship. Awesome match for the Women's Tag Team Championship. Incredible show, in my opinion. Excellent storytelling with Roman Reigns and Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens really put that Owens fight to heart in this match. He gave it his all. My freaking God. Charlotte came back, and the Fiend was on fire. What a night.